What's up, Luna? We get car parts? Alright guys, we got some parts today. Right, Luna? Exciting there, isn't it? So we got our parts here and here to help finish out the FuelTech, which I totally forgot about these parts because we're used to running one of these things, manual boost controller. We're not used to having fancy stuff, we're used to having junk and making it work, or simple stuff and making it work. So we ventured over to FuelTech, which you guys know that, and bit of a hassle at first. Really easy with the harness. Honestly, everything's fairly easy to hook up. I refused basically to call FuelTech. I wanted to figure it out myself. So I got my friend to start helping me, and we almost got it. But he's mostly used to Hondas, and they don't run wasted spark. And I only have a 450. We don't have a 550, so we're running wasted spark even with our fancy coils instead of sequential spark. Anything we can run sequential on the 450 is the fuel, not the timing. So, that's kind of a crappy part about the 450, which will eventually go to a 550 so we can go sequential timing. That'll help in so many ways of tuning. If you guys want to know a lot about that, I mean, I can try to give you my half-ass version of it, you'll at least learn something, I think. But so yeah, we did that, and I waited a little bit. I got frustrated with it. A friend of mine had it just really close, and then I ended up getting a hold of FuelTech, and it had something to do with the rising and falling. Everybody else I knew had theirs at, I think, falling, the crank signal, and they either had theirs wired wrong or I had mine wired wrong. There's no one that can tell me any different. Honestly, think I got mine wired right. I mean, I don't know why I do, but I honestly think I do. I could be wrong, but that was a problem. We'd go to rev it, and it would hit a brick wall at 3,000 RPM. FuelTech figured that out, and like instantly, this is all on the phone one day. Great customer service. Should have called them months and months ago, but you want to figure out stuff yourself. At least me anyway. I'm not big on help. And that's the way you learn, right? Learn how to do it yourself. But anyway, so they figured that out like instantly. And then I was telling them about what was going on with the timing. I don't think I ever told you guys, but the timing we were having issues with. We would try to set the timing. It would just start running completely horrible. And come to find out, if I remember right, I could be completely wrong about this. I do actually want to call FuelTech back and ask them because I really want to be educated on this. And I really don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. But right now, we'll give you a little bit of iffiness. With the wasted spark, like I said before, we're not running sequential. Well, wasted spark, if I remember right, it is like 20 degrees off is how that works. Like 20 degrees off when you're on your wheel. If you guys want me to show you some of this stuff, I will in another video. But on the side of your engine, you have like timing marks. So if you're like trying to go, let's say, like 10 before, top dead, or whatever mark, I can show you guys which mark it is. But I'm just trying to give you examples here. If you try to go to that set, like you would with sequential or a Honda, and you try to set it there, well, it's going to run completely bad because it's like 20 degrees off. Like, you're not going to be able to control fuel, do nothing. And that's what we were doing. And as soon as I told FuelTech that, they were like, oh, that's probably an easy fix. Are you running a 450? And I was like, yeah, so you're running, wasted spark? And yes, that's, what I mean? Obviously, that's all we can run. And they knew that, but they were just confirming it was a 450. And as soon as we did that, they were like, get a timing light. We got the timing light. We put it on there. I had to help hold it running while the wife kept the exhaust from here, or the wires from the exhaust, because we had to, plug in the battery and come over, and what a mess. But luckily she was here. So we were able to get that, and they ended up setting the timing. So the timing's set, and that's where you guys seen like the shorts I posted. I don't think I might have posted a video of it too. I don't know. I can't remember. Well, yeah, I did post a video of it running. And the car's running. and driving, not like you can't drive it down the road. It goes straight rich. I tried, but first gear it goes. But everything should be good for my friend to tune it now. So everything we had left waiting on was in this box. Yeah, it's this box. And well, we needed to get this FuelTech plastic line stuff, which I've never been a fan of, but that's what everybody runs now. And to run what we're about to run, you need to run that. And we're going to be running, I'm not sure if you guys can even see this. But we're running FuelTech boost solenoid now. And, oh, I didn't show you. But these boost solenoids take these push locks, that plastic stuff, and it goes in. I'll make a video and I'll show you guys this, but we're just going over it. So we got that, not cheap. This is like $219. Yeah, crazy guys. Like, it's been 3 years since we've been racing this. November will be 3 years, and yeah, nothing cost that expensive 3 years ago. This sport has gotten way past sport, food, you name it. It's gotten way bad, but you gotta pay to play, so now I'm trying to play. So we got that, and I got that, and I didn't realize that wasn't doing anything I needed because of the push lock. Ah, they actually said this was on pre-order, so I bought it some other places, so I got all kinds of hose now. But yeah, I did not realize that we needed to run a FuelTech sensor, just like we run on our fuel and our oil pressure, all that. This sensor right here is what we need. That's a little different than the old ones. It's the same thing. But that's the sensor right there. And that's what we need to put in the wastegate. Now I'll show you guys how this all hooks up when we go about it. I just wanted to kind of show you guys. And then there's these fittings. And then there's the fittings with these push lock fittings. I'm going to show you guys real quick. They're like push lock fittings. They screw in and they have that. Now go in the wastegate, and hopefully that's the same size as my manifold, so we can run them in the manifold, so we can run this stuff and get it done. Well, so we can run it done and get it done quick, instead of me having to freaking take my manifold off and get somebody good enough to weld in some bungs for these things. And then I got the clips to go in and hold the, not the clips, the plug-ins to go in and plug the sensor in. So I got all that from FuelTech. I would have bought it all from FuelTech, because they do actually ship really quick. I mean, next day air cost me like 21 bucks. And but I didn't know I needed all this to run that sensor. So we got all that now. And this should be the only thing left that I need to do before we go to the dyno. My friend Dylan is going to tune the car, and we're going to go down to my engine builders at Perfect Circle. Also, I think the dyno is owned by Proud 2 Racing now. A lot of you might have heard Proud 2 Racing. If any of you are Honda fans, you know who they are. And Norris is going to let me rent the dyno. Well, I'm going to let my friend rent the dyno. My friend Dylan's going to rent the dyno. My friend Jesse, who put the motor together, assembled the motor. And I think even Nick's going to be there, the one that assembled the head and poured it and polished the head for us. He sponsored us. Did that for free. I think he might even be there, which would be cool. And we're going to turn this son of a bitch up finally. And it's been 3 years since it went down, and well, it's 3 years since we raced. It's been 3 years since it's been down too. I think we blew it up in December, or no, Thanksgiving, right around Thanksgiving. It was right after Robert Mapps died on his motorcycle. And literally that night I was doing pulls kind of in his memory. Not kind of, was. And I was doing some pulls and stuff, and it blew up that day. It was that day. It blew up. The night before we were really beating on it. And the next day it blew up. But that 1.8 didn't know it's nothing. We went 10.7 at 132 mile an hour. If we didn't have bad slicks, guys, we'd have went 10.4 all damn day long. There's one guy that actually ran a 9.9 now. They say that his is all stock block. A friend of mine is friends with him, so he's telling me it's stock block, so it must be stock block. And he ran a 9.9. Another guy with some upgraded, not upgraded, but he's using some 1.8 pistons on 2.0 rods. This is actually high compression. Actually ran a 10.0, and those are in accents much later than this car. This car was 2570 with me in it, and they're like 2,000 pounds, and one car's like 1,800. So every 100 pounds is about a tenth. So this car would have ran a 9 if we could cut the weight down. It's a street car. I never tried to cut weight out of it yet. So we took a good bit out of it now. With the heater and everything, and the windshield wipers, we've got rid of a lot of stuff. So hopefully we can run a good number with the built motor. Obviously we ain't got the stock motor. If we ever have a problem with the stock motor, we might do something, you know. Wouldn't mind running a 9 and, you know, on a stock block. But, in a Tiburon. But, yeah, I mean, our goals of getting back on the track might happen this year, guys. We won't be running fast this year. We should be able to run some traction control now with this boost controller and everything. So we should be able to hook a little bit. We don't have a weight plate yet, right? We still got a stock fuel tank. We don't have a cage. We don't have a parachute. But we should run cage parachute numbers. So I'm going to try to get this thing back out. We're still only a 15-inch slick. The slicks are probably got 8 or 9 passes on them, maybe 10 passes on them. So we're going to have to get new slicks. But this year, we're going to let it at that. We still got to put in the build axles yet. So there's some stuff that we got to do yet. But I don't want to do all that. I just want to get it on the dyno. We're not going to break new axles on the dyno. If we do, we got 3 sets, so it's whatever. I probably should put a slipper on this thing, the twin disc. We might do that yet. I might buy one of those yet. I haven't decided. I really should probably. We probably should put it on CO2 for boost control. That would really help us. And we're probably going to do that over the winter. But my friend's going to work with me, so we're gonna do our best we can to get these numbers. Good thing is he's a friend of mine, and I'm sure that he'll help me as much as he can with data logs and everything where I'm at the track. I'm sure he'll definitely try to help push this car along. But you know, so we got some good people behind us, including you people, you guys. Every one of you, you know, that always wish us luck and, you know, wish us well. So, you know, this car is mainly for me, but I'm also building it for the few people out there that really want to see a Tiburon go fast and people that really want to see a Hyundai go fast. You know, and I got some big goals, and you know, like I said before, I really want to go an 8. That's why I built this transmission. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing it. I don't know. I had health issues, and I'm doing better now. And I'm not where I was 3 years ago by far. Like 3 years ago is when I started having my problems. Hence, is why it took so long to get the car going. And I don't know how long it'll take me to get back to where I was before. Maybe never. Maybe I'll never get that type of energy back again, that momentum, energy, motivation. But the only way you can do it is if you keep trying and getting out there and doing it and never giving up. That's all you can do. And I don't have no give up in me, so there's no worry about that. It's just I'm a lot slower now. I'm way past the middle-aged man now. So, way past middle age. I'm not young at all. And I'm out here just still trying to do what I love to do since I was a kid. From the time I was little watching it, to the time I was old enough to do it, to the times I was too broke to do it any longer, and then back at it to do it again. So I don't take nothing for granted. That's for sure. It comes one day and it goes. And so everything we're gonna do is just, guys, from now on until spring, we're just gonna push this car as best as we can. We're going to hopefully get to the track. We're going to hopefully upgrade a lot of stuff. And we're going to see where we're going to go out with it, where we're going to be. At the end of the day, I bought my dream car. I've had talents my whole life, but I've never had a car that was... I had a 98 Eagle Talent, brand new in 98, but I destroyed it. I was a kid. And I have my 92 Talent. Honestly, 98 would be my dream car, but 92 has always been my dream drag build. 98 is my dream DS, and that's not really a DSM, but people call them DSMs. It's my true DSM 98. If I was going to go run around and drive around. But we got the 92, and I really want to do big things with that. And honestly, guys, the platform, there's no R&D really. There's R&D, some stuff, but it's already out there. They make the stuff for it. This is all on me. I have to take my time in this. This has been, since I really took this car serious. It's been about 7 years. I've had this car a very, very long time. You wouldn't even believe how long I've owned this car. But I've taken it serious the last 7 years. I put nitrous and superchargers on it. 10 years ago now. And I think I started YouTube, 10 plus years ago. And it's been through a lot of bills, nitrous, all kinds of stuff. But, started taking it serious. And to do these kind of level of racing, you can't really do it overnight unless you want to go in debt. And you never want to go in debt, guys, never. Don't do this stuff and get in debt. Just whatever money you have, just keep it back until you can afford to get what you want. Don't use credit cards. Don't do none of this stuff, guys. You'll never get any enjoyment out of it. You won't. I mean, to get this car where it's at right now, it's, the way it is. The wind's getting bad here in the rain. It's about to start raining. But the way this car is, guys, it's about a $40,000 car the way it sits. Of what I got in it to last, probably close to $45,000 when I've been in it the last 7 years. And more than 30, about 30,000 of that has been in the last 3 years where it hasn't ran. So this is not cheap to do. So remember, don't ever use credit cards or nothing. I don't do it, and I don't want you guys doing it because it'll make the sport not fun. And honestly, the fastest and the best way you can have fun with these cars is a turbo, stock engine, MS1. That's the best way to do it. Or an MS2 or MS3, you can have so much fun. But I'm going to keep rambling. I better stop rambling because Luna done took off and ran after something. And I better go catch up with her. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please.